So today I'm going to be bringing you a video where I'm going to be answering your questions. These were questions that were sent over on the new Instagram page. If you're not following that, that will be linked down in the description. We also have a special guest. You'll be seeing her in a second. But before we get into that, please drop a like on this video, as that would be very much appreciated. Let's get straight into this. Hi guys, my name is Phil and welcome to the Money Game YouTube channel. For anyone that's new around here, I make print on demand content to both motivate and to give you guys tips and tricks on how you can improve your print on demand shops. If you happen to be new around here and you're looking to learn how to make some extra money online, make sure you hit that subscribe button with the notification bells turned on so you won't miss out on any of my future content. And like I said, today we have a special guest, but before she comes on, just one last thing. For those who don't already know, down in the description, I have a free print-on-demand starter guide that features a lot of the information I use to get my first few sales online through sites like Redbubble. And for anyone who's looking to take this even more seriously and maybe even turn this into a full-time thing, I also have a paid step-by-step guide that's linked down below. Now with that said, I can now introduce the special guest. Through the power of editing, this is the guest we have right here. So this is my missus. She's close to popping, 3 days away from having a baby, but she was bored, so I thought, why not bring her into this video? She's gonna be reading the questions out to me that you guys asked, and I'm gonna be answering it that way. So that's how the video is gonna be formatted. But without talking too much, I'm gonna let her pick the questions. And once again, if you want your questions answered for future videos, make sure you are following the Instagram page that's linked down in the description.
Okay, let's get into it. So the first question we've got is by Talia Ferrari. Have you ever considered quitting Redbubble or any other website for any reason?
Quitting isn't really an option that I would say people should go with, mainly because if your account's still there, if your designs are still live, I mean, don't quit. The way I'm taking quitting from this question is like closing my account. I wouldn't recommend for anyone to quit. And even, let's say, if you're someone who's on Redbubble, who's struggling to get sales, Redbubble have really cool features now. I mean, you can literally go on the search bar and see what's trending and create designs off that. I know they have their issues, such as the whole spammy tag situation, but it's still possible to get sales. So personally, to answer your question, I've never really considered quitting, mainly because I know there is always usually a way to get yourself back on track, even when you're going through rough patches or difficult times.
So the next question we've got is by Stephanie Williams. Will you be covering Amazon KDP in future videos, and is it worth the work?
Firstly, I want to say thank you for dropping the question, Stephanie. I also see you in the Facebook group in the comments, and I know you're doing really, really well through Redbubble, so big shout out to you. In regards of Amazon KDP, I'm thinking of actually making a video on it I'm thinking of making a video on KDP very soon, mainly because Valentine's Day is coming up very soon, and I have some ideas I want to share with you guys as for what you could create in regards of low content books in relation to that. So yes, I'm going to be trying to do more and more content in regards of that, and I have some cool tools as well I want to be sharing with you guys very soon that I've been trying out. So there will definitely be Amazon KDP videos on the way. And to answer the second part of the question, it definitely is worth the time, mainly because Amazon is the biggest platform in regards of selling. So it's the biggest online marketplace on the internet, and because of that, it is definitely worth the time.
I shop from Amazon all the time. Our third question is by Valentina Tellez.
Yeah, close enough.
When did you start Redbubble?
Whoa, you remember when I started?
Remember this.
Yeah. So I started Redbubble, it was late November of last year. But I remember when I first started, I didn't really think much of it at first. I mean, I watched a few videos. I think it was like 3 or 4 designs, and I just left them there for like a week or a week and a half or so. I had some ideas sitting in my mind, and then when I started working with other designs, then I started seeing sales blowing up. So yeah, to answer that question, it was late November last year, so it's pretty much now just over a year, nearly a year and 2 months or so.
Next question, Rinko911. Minimum design amount per niche when going for trends. What is your minimum design amount?
So what I would recommend. Yeah. Right, this is something I actually cover in the course in a lot more detail, but to answer your question in this video in regards of what you could maybe try doing. So let's say, for example, you find a trend that has less than 500 results. I would recommend for you to put maybe 3 designs in there. So maybe if you can create, let's say, a text-based design that's white, I would recommend that you create a white version, a black version, and then you just pick another 3rd color, mainly because the competition in that niche would be so low. But if you're finding something that's trending, that's closer to 1,000 results, I would say for you to only put up 1 design, just so you can go through as many different trends as you can to increase your chances of getting sales.
Seda Jabur asks, is there copyright in tags?
This is a bit of a tricky one. I mean, when it comes to Redbubble and tags, at this point, do they even know what they're doing? I mean, like, the whole spammy tag situation has kind of flipped the script upside down. But to answer your question, I would say the Redbubble algorithm does pick up on some keywords faster than others. And the keywords that are usually picked up on fairly quick is anything in relation to Disney. So I would recommend you guys to stay away from that. I've noticed anything to do with things like NBA, NFL, Redbubble algorithm picks up on those things fairly quickly. So I hope that answers your question. It's not so clear, but I try to kind of make it easier for you to understand, because yeah, Redbubble and tags at the moment, it's not the best place to be.
This is a common question, I think, that I see a lot in the live chat. It's Damali here, I think. This month, I have not gotten no sales. I decided to make Valentine's Day designs. Why is this the reason?
Firstly, Damali, you will be getting a sale very soon, because I'm going to be buying something from your shop because you want the competition. But I know, obviously, you're looking to get yourself some consistent sales. You're looking to see sales more regularly. So in regards of that, I would say you need to be focusing more on, obviously, things that are trending. So if you're making a Valentine's design, check to see if there's any other niche that's trending and see if you can cross design. So a good example of cross design would be, let's say if a wine related niche was trending, so something to do with I love wine, and then obviously Valentine's is trending, I would make a design that says I love drinking wine on Valentine's Day, or Valentine's wine, something like that. Cross niching will help you increase your chances of potentially getting sales. So definitely try that out, Damili. Obviously, every day Redbubble updates what's trending on their trending system. So yeah, keep an eye out on that and just keep trying to cross niche, and the consistent sales will come over time.
But ALTU asks, bro, please check your DM.
Firstly, I just want to say to him, I did check my DMs and I replied to him. That's an interesting question.
I just wanted to add a little bit of fun. So the Kiwi Don asks, what are your thoughts on the digital POD angle that Teespring are trailing?
Right, okay. So if you're talking in regards of what I think in regards of what Teespring is doing, as a platform, I don't really think they're doing that well anymore, because firstly, they're not making it easy for people to sell on their platform. For those who don't know, if you go on Teespring, Teespring expect you to get at least 2 sales by yourself before they start promoting you. Now, obviously, if you're not buying your own things or buying your own designs, how else are you going to get sales? I mean, it's kind of a cheated system. So with Teespring, I'm not really a fan of their system. I mean, they're good to integrate with sites like, you know, YouTube and other things like that. But from someone starting from zero, trying to make some money from scratch, Teespring system, I'm not really for it like that, because it doesn't make it as easy for people as, for example, Redbubble or even places like Amazon KDP or TeePublic, for those who can get on TeePublic.
Safe Illustration asks how to write a good title and description on Redbubble.
Good question. Yeah. Good question. This one's fairly easy to answer. So if you want to firstly write a good title, you want to make sure that you are including as many related keywords as you can in a way that's easy to read for a person. So you don't want to just put, for example, green apple, apple green, food, fruit, like that wouldn't make sense. You want to create a title that makes sense, that's loaded with keywords. And as for your description, I usually say add your title in the description and then just write a little description which has featured keywords that are obviously related to your title. And with the whole description thing on Redbubble now, it's kind of helping people to rank through Google search as well.
Shubham asks, please make a video on how to deal with Redbubble account suspension.
Oh, right. Okay, so I actually have made a video talking about that. I'll make sure I'll link it down in the description. You can have a watch of that, and obviously you see how to protect your account. And if your account does suspended, you'll see what stages you need to go through if you're trying to get that back, given that you're obviously not in the wrong in regards to the designs that are on your account.
Mint Voxel is asking, can we open a second Redbubble shop with the same PayPal ID?
To answer your question, yes you can. Redbubble themselves have said that you can open a second account. The only thing that needs to be different is the email itself on the shop. But the PayPal account, the payment information can be exactly the same. Last question, okay, hit me with it. I'm ready for it.
I am Jayan. He says, hey Phil, after how many sales will we start getting sales continuously?
Right, okay, so from my experience, I got to a point where I was seeing a lot of consistent sales when I got over 100 sales. So when I broke the 100 sales barrier, I mean, the sales started to come in, few sales pretty much every day. And then when I broke the 1,000 sale barrier, I mean, things kind of took off. But yeah, that hopefully answers that question. And you said that was the last question, right?
Yeah, I think we can take one more from the same person. So Safe Illustration. He asks, what abstract art / pattern design trends are popular?
Wow. So, I mean, I can't tell you what pattern designs and abstract designs are popular, but I can tell you how to find them. So when you go on Redbubble, if you go on the search bar, if you literally type in the word pattern, I did this the other day, so trust me, I know this works. If you type in the word pattern, it will show you trending related pattern keywords or trending keywords that have pattern after them. So if you go in those trends and you have a look to see what people in the market are doing, if you can find a way to do designs that are similar in your own way, that is how you will create designs, pattern designs that will do well for yourself. So yeah, I hope that answers that question.
I think that's it.
Perfect. I loved answering your questions. I always love answering your questions. You guys already know this. And I'll say this for the last time, for anyone who wants their chance to be in one of these Q&As in the future, the next one I'll be doing once again will be through Instagram. So make sure you go down in the description and you follow up the new Instagram page. And for those who don't know, I feel like at this point I will be running another giveaway because in yesterday's video I said if it hits 300 likes, there'll be a giveaway on Friday's episode of Top 10 Trends of the Week. It's currently on 300. It's currently not even on 300. It's currently on 230 at the moment. So I feel like it's on the way there. So if you haven't watched that video, definitely check it out. There's 5 winners that won on that video that I will be buying something from their shop. I think I'm even going to turn that into its own video showing you guys what I will pick and why I am picking to buy it. So yep, keep an eye out for that. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this. If you made it to this point in the video, down in the comment section, comment down Q&A. Only if you want to see more Q&As in the future.
Thank you for having me. I'm really, really excited to be here and like witness your growth in this channel. Has been like amazing.
If there's anyone that knows how hard I work towards this, this is the person. I mean,
he does not sleep, guys. Let me just tell you that.
I mean, no, I sleep now. At the start, I barely, had any sleep because I was constantly just working hard to make sure the YouTube was good, to make sure the Redbubble shops was good, and everything else was going well. But yeah, I mean, that is a story for another day. But that is it for today. Always remember that everything is rigged in your favor and manifest success.